Japan, island country lying off the east coast of Asia. It consists of a great string of islands in a northeast-southwest arc that stretches for approximately 1,500 miles, 2,400 kilometers, through the western North Pacific Ocean. Nearly the entire land area is taken up by the country's four main islands. From north to south these are Hokkaido, Hokkaido Honshu, Honshu Shikoku, and Kyushu. KYSH. Honshu is the largest of the four, followed in size by Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku. In addition, there are numerous smaller islands, the major groups of which are the Ryukyu, Nansei Islands, including the island of Okinawa, to the south and west of Kyushu, and the Izu, Bonin, Ogasawara, and Volcano Kaizen Islands to the south and east of central Honshu. The national capital, Tokyo, TKY, in east-central Honshu, is one of the world's most populous cities. Now look the situation why Japan sees frequent earthquakes. Look. It is all due to its geographical location. Japan is situated along the Pacific Ring of Fire, which is the most active earthquake belt globally. According to a Live Science report, this ring of fire is a large horseshoe-shaped path along the Pacific Ocean marked by active volcanoes and sites of seismic activity or earthquakes. About 90% of Earth's earthquakes take place along this part, including the most violent seismic events. Reported National Geographic. Within Ring of Fire, multiple tectonic plates move and collide. The Earth's surface is broken up into about a dozen or so major chunks that are all moving around. Where they all interact at their edges, interesting things happen. Douglas Gibbon, a geophysicist with the USGS in Pasadena, California, told Live Science, Japan is located on the joint of four different plates, with the Pacific Plate and the Philippine Plate to the east and the North America Plate and the Eurasian Plate to the west. And what is happening is that the Philippine Plate and the Pacific Plate are heading towards the west. They are going underneath the other two plates, and that is what is causing all the problems, according to an Al Jazeera report. The 2013 White Paper on Disaster Prevention by the Japan Cabinet found that about 20% of the world's earthquakes of magnitude 6 or above occur in or near Japan. The island nation also accounts for nearly 7% of active volcanoes in the world. Some of Japan's worst quakes. Japan has seen various powerful tremors over the years. Here are some of the most devastating ones. In 1923, a 7.9 magnitude quake hit central Tokyo, killing 105,000 people. At the time of the Great Kanto earthquake, the capital city mostly consisted of wooden houses. The quake led to fires, with strong winds fanning the blaze into massive firestorms and leaving a trail of death and destruction. Central Japan was struck by the country's worst earthquake in 50 years. On the 16th of January 1995, the 7.3 magnitude quake killed over 6,400 and devastated the western port city of Kobe. In 2011, a 9 magnitude earthquake that triggered a tsunami hit northeast Japan, taking more than 18,000 lives. This was the third largest quake in the world since 1900. The 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami event also resulted in a meltdown at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, the worst nuclear disaster in the world since Chernobyl. Japan is reeling from a series of earthquakes that left dozens of people dead, damaged buildings and knocked out power to tens of thousands of homes. Aftershocks kept jolting Ishikawa Prefecture and nearby areas. A day after a magnitude 7.6 quake hit western Japan on the 1st of January, the strong timber toppled buildings, damaged roads and led to landslides. The continued aftershocks hampered rescue operations, with Prime Minister Fumio Kishida saying it was a priority to save lives. It is critical that people trapped in homes get rescued immediately. As of early Tuesday, the 2nd of January, all major tsunami warnings by the Japan Meteorological Agency for the length of the nation's west coast owing to the powerful quake were lifted. However, the agency has sounded the alarm over more likely tremblers that could hit the area over the coming days. The island nation sees nearly 2,000 quakes every year now. See how Japan is well prepared for quakes. Japan, one of the most quake-prone countries in the world, has been preparing for natural disasters for years. The country has updated its regulations each time it was hit by a strong tremor. With climate change increasing the frequency of disasters, the East Asian country, which weathers large quakes and tropical storms every year, cannot afford to fall asleep at the wheel. Japan has strict construction regulations in place to ensure buildings can withstand strong earthquakes. There are also frequent emergency drills to prepare for a major trembler.